Hello everybody, today I would like to tell you 15 short conversations between two people, the man and the woman. The woman said to the man they had planned the meeting for that afternoon. However, when Miss Johnson hadn't arrived the night before, they had postponed it. The man wanted to know if the Miss Johnson would be there the following day. The woman disagreed with him. She commented she had called that evening to say they should reschedule the meeting for the week after. Conversation 2. The man said to the woman his secretary had made a reservation for him for the 16th of January. The woman wanted to know how many days. The man replied to her 6 days. However, if his wife comes, he could stay until the 26th. Conversation 3. The man wanted to know what the delay were. He commented he had been waiting for an hour. The woman replied to him he would be there for another 30 minutes at least. And she commented the police wasn't letting anyone through until 6. The man replied to her she had stayed at the office. Conversation 4. The woman said to the man he has been going to take Friday off and not come back until Tuesday. The man replied to her a 4-day weekend, and she said that pretty good. The woman said to the man she wasn't there on the Monday morning. Conversation 5. The woman wanted to know if that the last chance was to occur. The man disagreed with her. He commented there were 2 more after that, and they left every 30 minutes. The woman thought 8:30 has been too early for the last train. Conversation 6. The man said to the woman the meeting Friday morning could be over by noon, so he could be home the day after. The woman replied to him they had been having company Sunday. She commented she hoped he would be there. The man replied to her he would be home before then. Conversation 7. The woman said to the man she could be gone until the week after. The man replied to her that means she would be back too late to help them. The woman said to him that's okay, and she commented her lawyer was coming in that afternoon. Conversation 8. The man said to the woman it was really hot that day. The woman replied to him according to the records the last time it has been this hot has been July 18, 1970. The man surprised by that, and he commented that has been his 8th wedding anniversary. The woman A said to the woman B their Australian plan wouldn't be ready until June. The woman B replied to her that was too late, and she commented they had to be operational in January. The woman A replied to the woman B June was the earliest, and she commented they needed 6 months. Conversation 10. The man said to the woman Toeic had started buying their stock last July. The woman wanted to know how many shares they hold then. The man replied to her in October they had bought 15,000 and they must have over 6% then, and he commented at that rate 8% by January. Let's talk about question for when. Number 11. The woman said to the man she was really tired that day, and she commented they hadn't get back from their trip until late the night before. The man agreed with her, and he commented she had just spent a week skiing in the mountains, and he wanted to know how was it. The woman replied to him, "It has been fantastic," and she commented she couldn't remember the last time she had so much fun, and he wanted to know if the man were planning to take a vacation soon. The man disagreed with her, and he commented he had to wait until he returned from his business trip to Hong Kong, and he was planning to rent a house at the beach before the first week of August. Conversation 12. The man said to the woman that they needed to plan the following day's meeting. He commented it was scheduled to start at 8:30, and he thought they would have to have the financial report first. The woman agreed with him, and she commented Sari should speak second because she was going to introduce the new job project. The man was happy to hear that, and he thought it would be time for a coffee break. He commented he suggested putting down presentation after the coffee break, and he commented that should take us to lunch. The woman agreed with him. She commented they could go over the quarterly report and organize the planning committee. She thought they could manage to cover everything before the end of the day. Conversation 30. The woman said sorry to the man because she didn't see his name anywhere on their reservation list. The man replied to her he had gone to make the last reservation 4 weeks ago, and he commented he had reserved a single room for an entire week. And the man gave his reservation number to the woman. The woman replied to him they didn't seem to have a record of it there. However, she could do that, and she gave the man a triple room for 2 nights and just charged him for a single. She commented that on Wednesday that he could move into a single room for the rest of the week, and she gave him a voucher good for 3 dinners in their restaurant. The man agreed with her. He thought that could work out, and he thanked for the woman. Conversation 15. The man said hello to the woman. He said to the woman their bus would be leaving in just 5 minutes for the Natural History Museum. The woman was happy about that, and she hoped they could spend one morning there. The man wanted to confirm to the woman they would have to leave there by 11, and then if it didn't rain, they could have a walking tour of some of the nearby monuments before arriving at their restaurant for lunch at 12. And he commented it was off to the art museum for the afternoon. The woman was surprised by that, and she hoped they didn't have to walk too far, and she guessed she had to wait. She would have to wait until the following day to get to the shopping district. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.